What's up, people? Welcome back to On the Kase. I'm very aware now that I say people all the time because Niamh O'Connor made a video slagging me yesterday. She was basically imitating me when I failed my driving test for the 15th time, and she was like, hey people, and I was like, oh, maybe I do say that all the time. Anyways, today's episode, I am basically wearing pajamas again, same as last week. However, they're a bit less pajama-like because they're not fluffy. I'm going to Amsterdam tomorrow, so that's why I have no tan on, but last week Paul said I looked like someone that had passed away, so I did a bit of blusher. Did you notice that? No? Yeah? Okay. Did a bit of blusher today. And also, guys, I've been doing skincare. I've been on my skincare journey for the last 5 days. SPF every single day, even though it's slashing rain. And other than that, I didn't really make an effort. So if I look like shit, you're going to have to deal with it if you're watching on YouTube. So we're going to do a very quick recap of last week because Paul tells me that I talk for too long, even though you guys like the longer podcast anyways. And I have a very special guest coming in a few minutes. So first thing, and the only major thing that happened last week was I went to the Her Sport Awards on Friday. It was in DCU in the Helix. So I just decided to book the closest hotel to the Helix. I don't really know Dublin that well, like hotels that well. Like you think I would, but I don't. So I booked a random hotel called the Bonington, whatever. It was cheap, like 100 quid for the night or something. And I was leaving on the Friday and my dad was like, oh, what hotel are you staying in? And I was like, oh, I don't know, some random one, the Bonington. And he was like, oh, the old Regency. And I was like, no, the Bonington. He's like, yeah, that's the old Regency hotel. Someone got shot there before. I was like, oh, brilliant. So that kind of worried me. Obviously, like just because something happened there 10 years ago, it's not going to happen again. But then when I got there, I was kind of just on edge the whole time, but it was fine. You may have seen my TikTok, got to my room and I heard screaming. So I thought like, oh, it's obviously a child like crying in the room next door. No. 4 p.m. on a Friday, this couple are going at it, okay? First of all, right, you're in a hotel, fair enough. That's pretty normal. 4 o'clock in the day. Animals. Vultures, the noises coming from that girl, and I'm sorry, nothing on God's green earth warranted the screams coming from this girl. It was horrendous. I actually felt violated. I felt like I was in the room with them. Anyways, went to the awards, great crack. I met my old pal Mitch there. Mitch actually, I didn't know he was going, and then next thing someone turns to me, he's like, will you hold my jacket? And I was like, who the hell is that? Mitch throws his jacket at me, makes me hold it. Wait, he gets a photo with like 10 girls. All right, Mitch, sound. I'll remember that one next time. The awards were actually great. I found them very inspiring, I must say. Ava Crean won an award. She is the girl who won the Dublin Marathon. She was like the fastest female, I think, to complete, or the fastest Irish female. I can't really remember. But she's only 19 and like just class. Like she's just like a normal person. Never really ran a marathon. Decided last year she was going to start training. Ended up fucking winning, like class. Who else was there? Ellen Keane was there. She's a Paralympian. She was deadly as well. All the women that got up and spoke were great. Made me feel very unaccomplished in myself. Anyways, then afterwards, myself, India, you might know India, Sasha from TikTok. She's from up the north. She was staying in my hotel as well. So me, her, and Uncle Pat went for drinks after in the hotel. Me and her, well, I don't know about her. I was hammered. I was drinking Prosecco like it was going out of business. Uncle Pat went to the hotel and waited for me to be done the awards. But when he was there, that couple kicks off again. And at first he thought it was all funny. He thought, oh, this is so funny. Casey's in the hotel. Listen to this go down. When he had to listen to it, he wasn't too happy either. Actually, Paul, do you know the show Fawlty Towers? Yeah, of course you do, because you're old. They had a Fawlty Towers reenactment going on in our hotel, which was so random. So when I got back to the bar, I'll post a picture of this on my story because Paul hates inserting it in the video. The cast of Fawlty Towers were there, like the fake cast, and I was like getting photos with them in the bar, and I was hammered with the whole thing. And I nearly said his real name there. Uncle Pat and Sasha were like, or India were like, who the hell are they? And I was like, oh, you wouldn't get it. Anyway, did anything else happen on my crazy night out? Nothing really. Oh my God, yesterday, this was in the office. I don't even know if I told you. Oh, I think Brandon told you. Yesterday in the office, right? Tara Murray, 10 to 3 show, good friend of mine, right? Me and Tara have such a laugh, okay? And she's after been traveling for the last 7 months, so I haven't seen her. So we've just been catching up. Was in the canteen yesterday and she was like, oh, are you doing that for the weekend? And I was like, I'm going to Amsterdam on Friday. And I was telling her that we have a jacuzzi and a sauna in the room. And she was like, oh, I know what you're going out over there for and all. And I was like, oh, shut up, would you? Like, I hate that shit. And she was like, oh, you're going for a dirty weekend away. And I was like, shut up. Like, I actually hate that, right? So then we got to the reception desk where Orla sits. And Tara goes to Orla. She's like, now, sorry, if you were going to Amsterdam and there was a jacuzzi and a fucking sauna in the room, would you not be going for a dirty weekend away? And next thing, Orla just looks at her in like confusion and disgust, takes an earphone out of her ear and was like, sorry? Orla's on a meeting. Orla's on a call with the health and safety people. When it mightn't sound that funny. It was one of those you had to be there moments. Tara's face, like the shock on Tara's face, the confusion on Orla's face Me and Tara hit the deck. I haven't cried laughing in a long time. There was tears streaming down my face. Then other people in the office thought that Tara had fainted because she was just like Patrick Starr on the floor, like arms out, legs out. I was hysterical. It was very funny, I must say. However, we found out afterwards Orla's mic wasn't actually on, but sure, we didn't know that at the time. So yeah, pretty funny. Then, yesterday, right? Uncle Pat got paid yesterday. Obviously, anyone that has a job would know that the payday month thingy for January is like so long after Christmas. So everyone's like waiting to get paid. So he got paid yesterday. What's the first thing he buys? A vinyl player. I influenced him to buy a vinyl player. This chap is 22 years old, has Spotify, has, speakers, cars, whatever. Bought a vinyl player yesterday and bought 2 vinyls to go with it. He'll kill me for saying this. He got Juice WRLD. I don't know why he thinks that's cringe, but I think it's kind of funny. And he got like the Foo Fighters, I think, or something random. So yeah, now we both have record players, which is kind of cool actually. And I went into his house last night to have a look at it, and it's actually very cool, I must say. I haven't set mine up yet because my room is an actual kip, so I don't want to like set up a cool new thing when my room's a mess. But then again, my room's always a mess. So yeah, Amsterdam in the morning. You'll be happy to hear, guys, I'm semi-organized. I packed this morning all my clothes. I just have to throw in a few extra bits that my dad ironed for me. And then I have to put in my makeup and my brushes and all. But other than that, I'm basically ready to go. Gonna go home tonight, do my tan. Uncle Pat's gonna stay in my house tonight. I think I'll drive us to the airport and leave my car there and get my dad to collect it or something, just so I don't have to pay the parking like for the whole week. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. You'll get the full rundown of Amsterdam next week. Oh, and also thanks for all the good feedback on the last couple of episodes. Everyone loved the mental health episode, which was great. Thank you, Paul. And yeah, I've been getting loads of lovely messages, and I think like I'm finally, it's 3 seasons in, I'm finally settled into this little podcast of mine. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab my guest. She's a very special guest, and I'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, people. So my special guest is a bit delayed, so I have another special guest. Steve is back! Yay!
I'm happy to fill in wherever you need me, Kasey. I'm happy for you.
You'd never be a fill-in, Steve. You got great feedback from yesterday's episode.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I got a couple of texts. Everyone was very pleased with you.
Nice
yeah.
one. And I'm very pleased with you. Thank you.
Guys, but he was wondering, do I get any comments? So this is your sign. If you're listening to this podcast right now, comment on Spotify or YouTube.
Yeah, do comment. Let us know what you think of our opinions on what these Love Island people should be doing or shouldn't be doing.
Yes.
And I just like to say, Jack is still in.
Jack is still in. Lads, so we need to do, right? We need to go back. So last week, me and you were predicting who was going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
I was right with one of them. I said Charlie, which I'm still shocked by.
I know.
Like, Millie sent him home. What did you think of that?
You know what? I thought it was, Millie is very cool right now.
Yeah.
She knows how it works. Charlie was a pain. Doesn't want to deal with it. Let's get rid of him.
Yeah, and I think that was the first time ever in Love Island history that someone sent their own couple home. Like that was giving bad bitch.
Yeah. And then she's talking to Curtis.
Oh God, don't get me started.
And has said, Curtis, we need to slow down. I don't really, And I mean, she's taken total charge.
It's a hard watch, her and Curtis. It really is. It really is. I think she has the ick majorly from him.
Oh, totally. Oh, yeah.
It's hard to watch. Last night and him crying. What did you think of the crying?
Yeah, well, okay. Is this new for Curtis? Because it was Curtis and Maura.
Yeah.
They made it to the final.
Yeah.
Then it was Curtis and Ekin-Su, and they made it to the final. And now Millie said, Curtis, you can back away, buddy.
Yeah.
So is this new territory?
Maybe.
For Mr. C?
But is that worth, like he was sobbing. Like he was hysterical as if they were like after getting engaged and they broke up. Do you know what? They're all crying this season, which I'm not against.
No.
I seen someone last night on Twitter call it Love Island ball stars because they're all bawling. They're all crying.
This season, this season, the guys are crying a lot.
Yes.
They've all gone through it. Shane's cried. Tommy's cried.
Sean, do you mean?
Sorry,
you
Sean.
Sean.
Sorry, Sean has cried. And can I just say something real quick here? Mm-hmm. Whitney admitted that she has terrible trouble remembering names.
Yes.
She couldn't even remember her partner. It was Connor. So I'm very happy. I'm in Whitney's camp here.
You and Whitney are very similar.
But the guys are crying a lot.
Yeah.
A lot more than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And also to the guys themselves. We had Sean and Sean.
Scott. We need to discuss that.
Yeah, Sean and Scott and who else was in the mix there? Oh, Shaq.
Shaq cried.
They were all kind of at each other. Yeah. And I hadn't seen guys do that before.
Yeah, because last season it was all the girls fighting.
Yes.
With like Shakira and Helen and all.
Yeah.
But what did you make of the whole fire pit situation the other night where Scott made Sean cry and Sean called him a bully?
Yeah, bully's very strong. That's a strong word. But I think that Sean was kind of carrying that over from the beginning.
Okay.
So when Scott arrived and he pointed out that Sean was, the worst, Islander ever, and then also too, he did mention that Scott had been kind of blanking him a few times.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I know bullying is such a strong word, but I think it has been repetitive. And there was a thing the other day in the kitchen. I can't remember exactly what happened, but somebody said, oh, this girl's looking for someone who's loyal, this, that, and the other. And Scott went, oh, well, that's not Sean anyways. So I think he's just constantly making digs at him. So it's given semi-bullying vibes to me. And like for Sean to cry in front of the whole villa on national television, man to man, I thought that was a big deal.
It was actually. And I think it shows that all that tension was really building up.
Yeah.
And then when Sean kept pointing at him and it was
actually hard to watch.
It was sad.
Because obviously we love the drama. We're here for that. But seeing someone be upset about how they're being treated by another boy and then Jess started crying. What the hell was she crying about? She was like, I hate watching this, which is fair enough. But then when Scott was like, I'm not conforming to your tears, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a lot. How do you think Leanne feels seeing her fella basically getting all these fights?
Yeah, it's interesting. So she was in the bottom 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she seems really quiet. And I think she has said to him at one stage, listen, you need to calm down a little bit, I think at some point, because she was in the bottom 3, she might start thinking now. And now we have some new bombshells coming in.
Oh my God. What? Sorry, where's Andrada? Why are they sending in the Americans?
Okay, we still have a couple of weeks left.
We do. But I did a bit of digging and apparently, so obviously Scott was on Love Island USA before.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So because he was so popular on the first season of Love Island UK, he went straight to the USA one. So he's going to know some of these people.
Okay.
Coming in.
I think Scott is really strategic.
Yes.
And, the way they call him the producer.
Producer Scott.
And the way he was with Sean and just overall, because Leanne was in the bottom, would he be looking for somebody else who would take him to the final 3?
Because he obviously wants to either win or get close to the top.
He wants to win, man.
But I was very surprised he wasn't in the bottom 3, especially after the whole Sean saga.
Yeah, it's funny because you see with folks like that very expressive and really get into it, that they kind of hang on unless they do something really, really bad. And I'm not saying what he did to Sean was not really bad it was. But yeah, they definitely seem to find him entertaining. Because every night, I never go on Twitter or X, as it's called now. But when Love Island's on, I do, because that's where all the drama is. But everybody loves Whitney. Yeah. And then they also love Scott because Scott and Whitney are friends. Yes.
But I don't know. I just think. Oh, and then, sorry, we haven't even talked about the Kieran, Lucinda, Sammy triangle. Yes. What do we make of that?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think of Lucinda?
I don't know.
Me either.
I don't know. I really like Sammy.
I really like Sammy.
I think she's super cute.
People tell me I look like Sammy.
Sure.
Am I super cute? No, I don't see it, but I've been told it before. And in certain lightings, I kind of see it. But yeah, she's gorgeous, obviously. Yeah. I think she's really nice. She's obviously not that entertaining, but I like her.
I think that the way, when Karen said, listen, I want to get to know Lucinda, and he mentioned to her, but prior to that, Sammy went in to kiss him.
Yes.
So I think Sammy really has feelings for him. And then he told her, I love this idea because this is new, this no kiss thing.
This is new.
I haven't run across this. No, we're not going to kiss. Because
Shaq did it with Helen and AJ. They cut off the kissing. And it's just strange.
So then he went after and was getting to know Lucinda. But I thought Sammy did really well.
She did.
She got a little bit upset, but I thought she handled it really well. And I was kind of looking at, she was one of the top. She was the favorite girl.
Yeah.
And it's like, why was she the favorite girl? And it has to be the way she handled that whole situation with Lucinda and Karen. But I I always thought Kieran, for me, I thought he seemed closer to
Sammy.
Yeah.
I feel like they're always kind of closer to whoever they were with first. But a lot of the Love Island boys, they want to explore their options. And obviously, if a gorgeous girl like Lucinda wants a bit of Kieran, he's going to give her a bit of attention back.
Yeah.
But I think Sammy, she wasn't needy. Like, she obviously was a bit upset, but she wasn't like annoying him too much to the point where he was like, oh, I should probably stick with her.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were definitely a better clique.
Yeah.
I think they do seem better together.
People don't like Lucinda at all.
No, I'm kind of going back and forth with her. I don't have, I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
But there's something, I'm not, she made a comment there about Sammy and Karen kissing. There was something said, and it's just gone out of my head now, but it kind of put across to me that she was, I don't want to say if she was lying, but she was twisting the story.
Yeah, she said that Kieran regretted kissing Sammy.
Yes,
that's what it was.
Right, and he never did.
No, he was just saying sorry for making her upset.
Yes,
but he didn't say I regret kissing Sammy.
Yeah,
but
that kind of turned me off for a little bit.
Yeah,
I know.
Something I noticed in there, they're all twisting words. Scott twists everybody's words.
Yeah.
He puts words in people's mouths.
That's right.
And then says, oh, this is what this person said.
Oh, yeah.
But Jack, you know what? He's going strong.
Yes.
And do you know what I'm thinking? I'm hoping one of the Americans goes from, because obviously the Americans love the Irish.
Yes.
Yeah. I forgot you're American.
Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, we can start this now. And I can feel this is going to be really good. So we had Shaq. Shaq is gone now, unfortunately.
Well, I wouldn't say unfortunately.
I liked him.
Did you?
The recent couple shows, because he was all bummed out and he was really down and it wasn't great. But Shaq is gone, so we now have Jack. So now we have Jack Attack.
Jack Attack.
Jack Attack.
Jack Attack with the Americans. Yeah. I can see, because I feel like people like Jack. He wasn't in the bottom three.
No.
Because bottom three, that's a big percentage that you could be there.
Yes.
And he wasn't.
Yeah, and you know what? He's not getting a load of airtime. But he did sit down and talk to Curtis after Millie.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see last night was Jack stroking Curtis's leg. I was like, where is this program going?
But did you hear what he said?
Life's a roller coaster.
Life is a roller coaster. Come on, Jack.
Life is a roller coaster. I'd say Ronan Keaton is eating this up.
Oh, man. I'm kind of wondering, like, before Jack went in there, did his dad say, listen, I'll throw you a few quid if you drop a few of my song titles in? Yeah.
I'd say so.
But I thought that was very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we have the bombshells coming in from the U.S. And I'm looking forward to this because there are a lot of single Islanders there.
Yeah.
And like that, Millie and God, who else is single in there right now?
Helena.
Yeah.
Tommy, well, obviously he's kind of getting on with Lucinda now, but like basically Tommy, Jack.
We have Jack.
Curtis.
Yes. That's
Millie.
Right. That's
they're
right.
all fucking single.
Yeah.
It's week 3 and they're all single.
I know. So there are a bunch of them there. So this should be quite good.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking the way Millie has handled her last 2 relationships, if she can hook up with somebody now, she could win this thing. I think she could. I really think she could. I like the way she worked with Curtis. I like the way she dumped Charlie.
Yeah.
So now if she hooks up with somebody good, we got another 2 weeks. Could work out well
happen.
for her.
Well, Steve, it's been real.
It has been.
Thank you for your opinions.
You got it, brother.
We'll be back next week. We'll see what happens by then. And yeah, thanks, Steve. Welcome back to On the Kase, guys. I'm joined by TikTok baddie, Miss Lauren Whelan.
Thank you. Hey.
Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you for having me on. I just needed a yap, I think.
Yeah,
I was just like,
Yeah, you were just like, You were just like, down straight away.
Yeah, no worries. I'm bored. I'm bored. Yeah, I needed something to yap about.
You're fun employed. You need to talk.
Very fun. And January's so bad. I'm just like, I have nothing to do. I'm like, somebody give me something to do.
Yeah, it's a quiet month. Yeah. And I feel like I should be paying you what's the word? Royalty to this podcast. So I'm always mentioning your name on this podcast. I'm like, well, Lauren Whelan this and if Lauren Whelan that. And I'm like, well, when I first started, I seen Lauren Whelan you went somewhere with The Ordinary. Was it Canada?
I went to Toronto.
Yeah. And I was like, well, see, if Lauren Whelan's doing that, I want to do that.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
right. Sorry.
I don't. You can.
Okay.
So obviously you've been asked these questions a million times, but this is the real deal here on the Kase. So when did you actually start social media per se?
Like I was like 16.
Were you?
Yeah, I was just a baby.
Was that Musically vibes?
No,
then?
It was TikTok. It had just turned, and I was like, I was just in school. I was in TY. Like, I'd obviously sweet fuck all to do, just like the same as I do now. And yeah, do you know? And there was like some trend. I downloaded it and there was some trend, and I was like posting a video with like the lads in my year. Like, it's still up. If you scroll to the very bottom of my TikTok, it's still there. And I was just like, it just kind of took off. I don't know. And then COVID happened, and then I got approached by an agency, and then it's just been my job since.
So was that pre-COVID?
That was, yeah. So I was 18 in COVID. So it was about 2 years beforehand.
Okay.
And I think I had 200k when COVID hit, I think.
That is me here with my 170, like struggling. Do you think back then it was, I don't want to say easier to get a following, but people were like, there was less people around to follow.
Absolutely. Like, and I think as well, I was lucky I got in there when it was early. Obviously the app was early, it was in its early days, but also there was no Irish people on it.
Yeah.
So then people were like, where is she from? And they're from Ireland. And they're like, oh my God, first TikToker in Ireland. Obviously that wasn't the case, because like Nia and all have been doing Musically and stuff.
Yeah.
And Brandon as well and all.
Yeah, and like Shanice and all started around.
Yeah.
I feel like these are all kind of the same era.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But there was just like no Irish people on the app, so I think people went, whoa, Irish people exist?
Yeah, because Shanice told me, I think back then she got 100k off one video. Which is mental.
I think I got like, at the time when I first started, I got like 50k in like 2 months or something.
Mad.
But I was just like dancing in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Like.
I remember you done that one with the garlic. which hard watch. I hate that shit. But that got like 130 million views.
Yeah, I got like 800k off that one video.
That's actually life-changing,
insane. That's
it?
insane.
That's a career.
I know.
That's just insanity. And when you were obviously younger and getting these numbers at the time, were you like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy.
Like, these people aren't real.
Yeah.
So you see a number and I'm like, But then I remember I think I hit like 80k and my mom was like, do you know, like, that's like Croke Park. I'm like, that's so weird. You imagine like you're in the middle of Croke Park, the headline in Croke Park.
Yeah.
And that's all the people that follow you.
It's so funny you say, like, because the only time I deep how many followers I have is when I'm at Croke Park or the I was at Taylor Swift and I looked around and I was like, double this place.
Yeah.
Like, watches me.
I know.
That's when it hits you, because when you're looking at a number, like, you have 1.7 million.
Yeah.
I'm always using you as my example. I'm like, that's actually crazy.
It's weird. I genuinely, I'm like, those people aren't real. Like, I can't like imagine that amount of people actually caring what I do. And do you know what? Like, people follow people and they probably don't, like, but
yeah, it doesn't mean you have 1.7 million views on every video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're still there.
They're there. They thought about it and they said, oh, give this girl a chance. I'll give her a chance.
And when did, I hope I'm saying this word right, when did the Goat House come about? Was that what it's called? The Goat House, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it was the Goat House first, and then we got some like lawsuit or something, and then it had to change to the Go House.
Right.
It was some like other company, I can't remember, sued is not the word, I'm being dramatic, but like, it was 2020 as well, and there was like, I think it evolved, we had moved house 3 times.
Okay.
And no, we moved twice. We were in 3 different houses, and then there ended up being like 15, 16 people that were living in the house.
That's
at once.
crazy. It's giving Big Brother.
Yeah, it was, except nobody was filming us that much. They should have been, because we were having domestics all the time.
And at the time, how did you like say to your parents, yeah, so I'm actually going living in this gaff with a load of TikTokers?
Yeah, they were like, I was like, I have nothing else to do. Like, why not? I came home every weekend as well, because like I had a boyfriend like that lived in Carlow at the time, so I went home every weekend basically. So.
And was the aim of that basically to make content together?
It was just supposed to be the Hype House, yeah.
That's mad.
Obviously that never happened.
No, but I feel like, I was only chatting about this yesterday with Daniel and Brandon and Shanice. I feel like they need to do something like that now. Like a locked in or something.
Oh, a locked in maybe.
Yeah, not like a Goat House.
No, because honestly I would never do that again.
Would you not?
No,
Why?
absolutely. I don't think I think having... well, I don't know, maybe it was just because of the way that it was kind of, for us, it felt very competitive or something.
Right.
We had like this, like, it wasn't like toxic competitive, but it was like, we had like a board and it was like, Lauren's posted 4 TikToks today. How many of you posted, kind of thing? Like,
yeah, I'd turn into a toxic bitch.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I'm going to post 7 today, I promise.
And were you doing YouTube at the time as well?
Yeah, I was trying to, like, not really, but like, we had like a Go House YouTube. That was good. I actually enjoyed that. That was fun. But
I'm trying to remember back then, because it was COVID, I was in college working full time, and I remember seeing all of you doing TikTok, and I was like, oh, I'd love to do that, but I just thought like, oh, you could never do that.
You could,
because there was like this set group nearly at the start.
Yeah.
So then Go House was a goner.
Yeah, it was a goner.
So did you ever have, quote unquote, a real job?
No.
This is a real job.
No, I haven't.
Did you not?
Well, no, I suppose I coached gymnastics for years.
Okay, but that's a job.
Yeah, but it was like I did gymnastics for so long, and then it like, I don't remember what happened. I quit for a while, and then I went back and I did my level 1 degree. So I had to like go out and do like a whole training course and stuff to get my degree. It's not a degree. It's like a
Like a cert kind of thing?
Yeah, a cert, just to be able to like teach to a certain level.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, and then I would do all the choreography for like the older girls and stuff.
Okay.
And I did that like 4 times a week.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you were like a gymnast.
Yeah.
And you went to college?
I did go to college. I actually did I have a degree, lads.
Yeah, she has a degree.
I did.
My mum literally put mine on my wall because she was like, when you're making videos, I need people to see you went to college.
I don't even know where mine is, to be honest.
So funny. You, Carlo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was, let me get this right, PR and something else?
I did media and PR.
And what was that like in college? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was grand. Like I feel like I didn't learn anything. Maybe that's bad to say. It's not that I didn't learn anything. I think the PR side was quite interesting, and then I had like a law module which was like really interesting, and like with marketing and advertisement and stuff. So I know a lot about that, but like to be honest, like sometimes my lecturers would be like, Lauren, like what do you think about this PR thing? I'm like, I paid for, like I should be. I'm not teaching the class.
No, and at the time, you're obviously earning money on social media. Was it your full time thing then?
Well, yeah.
And you were like full blown influencer then.
Yeah.
So I suppose you probably didn't need the degree per se, but it would definitely help. And it's like it's all interlinked.
Yeah, like I think I would have regretted if I didn't even try and get some sort of degree, because you know what? Like if everything goes tits up, at least I have a PR degree. Yeah. I have this in my background to be like, look, I understand PR and like marketing and influencer marketing or whatever. Praying it doesn't go tits up, because I do not.
I could never, and this is genuine no shade to anyone, a real job would kill me.
But you do have a real job. You work on the radio, first of all. Because you know what? I know people do say things about like radio presenters being like, oh, it's like wishy. Like it's not. Like you try sit there and talk to however many hundreds of thousands of people all at once. You know they're listening. That's live.
Yeah. No, it definitely is a skill. Yeah. But like a real job in terms of like going up and going to an office.
But that doesn't mean like I feel like 9 to 5 is like the typical of what like people would say.
Like, that's what boyfriend Uncle Pat, you probably know I call him that. Uncle Pat has a 9 to 5, and he loves it, but it's grand because he gets the weekends off. Yeah. The minute the laptop closes, the job is gone. Yeah. But if I ever had to go back to that, I think I'd spiral personally. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I think it's I think I'd like it in a way whereas I'd enjoy routine. I think that's why I liked college, because I had my routine every day, and I could like I felt like I planned my content better because I have college from like 10 to 3 today. I can do this beforehand, this after. Yeah. Which gave me a good routine, but like sometimes people don't like routine. True. I was going to say, because I know I'm here every night at 7, I'm like, okay, this is what I need to get done before then. But you're living in Dublin now. Yeah. I'm so jealous. City girl. Does that like change things? Do you feel a bit more productive? You have a gorgeous apartment. You can sit down to your journaling, whereas I'm literally in my childhood bedroom like, today I'm going to do this. What's it like living in Dublin? Oh, it's so good. I think like I could have, well, I was thinking about moving out in Carlow, but honestly, it wasn't even that much cheaper, to be honest, to move out in Carlow. Yeah. And obviously the majority of my work is up here. So I was like, I need to get up, and I want to get out of my family home. I need that separation. And like, I was like working full time, essentially, like doing all this. And like, my mom was like I love my mother to death, obviously. But like, do you know when like you come home from somewhere and mom was like, and who was there? And what? And like, and it's like an episode of The Chase when you come home from anywhere. And like, you come home for a night out at like 5 a.m. and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm 22. Leave me alone. And it's the my biggest pet peeve is stupid questions. Yeah. Like, were you out? And I come in like makeup down my face with a chipper. I'm like, no, I wasn't. Like, do you know what I mean? Sober, mom. Yeah, I drove. Yeah, I feel like if you live out of home, you probably get on better with your parents. No, I absolutely do. And now my mom texts me like, miss you. Really? Oh, mine would never. No, but she will when you move out. Yeah, that's literally because they get like separation anxiety. And like my brother's still at home. Right, okay. And like he does sweet fuck all. Like love him to death as well. But he does not, like he doesn't clean up. He doesn't, you know, like he just goes about and goes to work and comes home. Whereas like I would like cook dinner if I was at home, like do the food shop, like clean or whatever. So now she's like, we miss having you in the house. Yeah, well, that's cute. So obviously with you being one of the biggest, if not the biggest Irish TikToker, which is actually crazy, like you literally are, it brings some drama, some negativity sometimes. So obviously, and guys, before the podcast I said, is there anything you don't want to talk about? Lauren said no. I don't really care. So she's in for it now. So you were previously in a pretty public relationship. Yeah. Which, as in your words, went tits up. It went tits up. Did at the time, were you hesitant to share, or were you like, oh, this is great, it's like, it's content, it's like, this is going to be, people love that kind of stuff, do you know what I mean? No, I think because in my relationship previous to that, he didn't really have any interest of like doing stuff, and like sometimes I'd be like, oh, like, can we do this video? And he'd be like, no. Yeah, which is like a bit disheartening sometimes. Yeah, but like I also understand it. Like it's not like for everyone. Like not everyone wants to be perceived by like hundreds of thousands of people all the time. No. So I get it, but like I also was like, oh, I'd kind of like to do a bit, like share a little bit more, like post a few more pictures. But he just wasn't into that at all. And then when I got with my ex, then
it was like, it was nice, but I was also like, it wasn't really my idea to do as much as we did. Okay. So it was kind of like frustrating. Then I was like, oh, like I shared so much of this, but like I actually didn't even want to share half as much as we did.
I gotcha.
So yeah, I just never do that again.
I remember I told you this before, but when I was at C sessions in 2024, I don't know if I should even be saying this. Maybe I should. I've told you before.
Yeah.
I got a message from Lauren's ex being like, do you want to meet up and make a TikTok together? And I don't think I'd met Lauren at the time. Maybe.
No, I don't know. I think we might have.
We were mutuals definitely on TikTok, but I felt like that would be snaky towards Lauren, even though we weren't like besties. I was like, I'm not doing that. And second of all, I was like, I need to tell her. So then when I met you at the Pell match, I was like, I need to tell you this.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, it was gas.
Look, do you know what? He shot his shot.
As you should.
He tried his best.
If you're here for the views,
look,
go for it.
He's putting in the grind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask you there? There was something about, so obviously we're not going to get into nitty gritty breakup, obviously. But when you knew in your head it was over and you hadn't told TikTok, was there a pressure like, oh my God, everyone's going to want to know everything and how am I going to tell the internet this?
Yeah. No, it was obviously so much for me, and there's so much that went on that I did not say, and I never will, to be honest. But like I was I was going through it like mentally in the bin. And then I had all these people making videos. Like did you see some girl made like a PowerPoint presentation?
I think I might
figuring out, and she deleted the video after a while because like loads of people were making videos being like, stop being weird.
That's
and,
just like, you're not the Kardashians. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And even if you were, like, it's your personal life. Yeah, you choose to share it, but yeah, was that rough?
Yeah, it was rough. Like, and I don't think I said anything for like 2 weeks, and I probably would have left it longer if I felt I had the option to. Mm-hmm. But I just kind of said like, look, this is like, we're broken up, like, let me move on. And I just like tried to skirt on to I was like, get ready with me to like cry.
I'm going out tonight. I remember your sit down video to like tell the country, and I got like over 1 million views. Like, are people that invested now? I probably was as well. Like the pressure, because I obviously have been through a breakup before, and it is at the time
I've been through 3.
Crazy. Luckily I've only been through 1, and at the time it's the worst thing on the planet.
Oh no, like you feel like the world is ending.
Yeah, you think you're gonna die, you can't move on, and then to have the pressure of the whole of Ireland wanting to know as well, and then the rumours going around, I think I would spiral.
I loved now I can look back and laugh, but like all the rumours are so funny. I'm like, that's just like, I wish I did that, you know?
Because I was hearing rumours about you hitting people and all sorts of things.
I should have.
There's no way she would do that. You should have.
I should have.
Yeah, and obviously other parties would come on and say stuff, and you just couldn't. Not that you couldn't defend yourself, but you probably were just like, why would I bother?
I just didn't want to bring attention to it, really. Like, do you know? Like, but like also, I was making videos like being like, I made a whole YouTube video being like how to deal with a breakup and stuff, but like it's not like anything personal, and I feel like it's okay to talk about going through a breakup because it's something everybody goes through. It's so normal. Yeah, like dating when you're young is so normal. Yeah, but I think it also, like, there was another part of it that came, and it was like everyone just calling me a slag, basically.
Yeah, I hate that.
No, but it's only like towards a woman, because like people are like, oh, this girl has a new fella every week. I was like, okay, look, I've had 3 boyfriends. I'm on my 4th. Hopefully it's my,
as you should. Hopefully
it's my last. But it gets to that point where it's like, okay, not only have I just been broken up with, everyone thinks I'm a slut and all these things, and it's like awful. The misogyny that you'll face as a woman going through a breakup and being vulnerable about that part of yourself on the internet is like another aspect that people wouldn't even think about when they're gossiping, kind of.
Yeah. Because if you never had a relationship and you were going out getting with a new fella every weekend, you'd be a slut then.
Yeah.
You have 4 boyfriends, you're a slut then. You just can't win.
You can't win.
And the search bars on TikTok, they'd be a whole other. Like, I do have Kasey and someone who I've never met before.
I know.
In my search bar, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
I know.
But on to positivity, you have a new boyfriend now.
Yeah.
Were you hesitant to share that? Obviously, surely.
Yeah, I wasn't really, to be honest. I don't think I think I'm just more aware of how it would affect him.
Yeah.
Because like he was like, why don't you post me? And I was like, I want to post you. Like, it's not like I'm hiding you. Everyone knew I had a boyfriend. I think I kept saying things. I'm like, my boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah, and you were like getting flowers.
Get ready.
It was obvious.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was hiding that aspect or whatever. But I think I was like, you're going to go out in public now and people are going to look at you.
Yep.
And like, you might be in the pub with your friends and like, maybe there's one of your girlfriends there and people are going to be like, oh, that's like him with like another girl.
Yeah.
But like, he's just with his friend. So like, I just didn't want him to have that uncomfortableness of like going out and like thinking like people are looking at him as well.
Yeah.
Even though they won't go up to him. They probably would never, like, do you know? But like, it is like, you have to be aware that a lot of more people are going to be perceiving you.
100%. Because when I first got with Uncle Pat, obviously my last breakup was I wouldn't say it was public at the time, but obviously the story time, you know. So I was like, first of all, when you get a new boyfriend, you're like, if this does go tits up, then I'm gonna have to, like, everyone's gonna want to
I'm gonna have to do it again.
Yes, I remember saying to him, I was like, I'm never posting you anywhere. Like, to this day, I've never told people how long we're together, how we met, nothing. But we were at a wedding one day, and I'd had a few drinks, and we got a really nice picture on my Canon, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just post it.
Yeah, I remember.
But even at first I was like, oh my God, this is so scary. But then, like, I feel like the more you hide it, the more they want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're just like, yeah, that's my boyfriend,
That's
whatever.
I just don't tag him.
So fair.
But people find him anyway.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't even think I know his name. We'll keep it quiet for now. But yeah, I always tag Uncle Pat as Uncle Pat.
Yeah.
And sometimes it comes up. You can see the sticker tops.
Yeah.
15,000 tops. Are you joking me? Now, sometimes a few of my little young followers will find them. I'm like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
But luckily, nothing bad has come from it yet. Like, nobody is like, you know yourself, you're afraid people will be like, oh, well, but I got with him and he done this. That was my biggest fear. But luckily,
but you know what? Like, I feel like even if, like, people will be like, oh, like, he got with me. Like, of course he has a past.
Yeah.
He did exist before I came around.
Unfortunately.
Stop
with the AI.
Yeah. That never happened. That wasn't me.
No, literally.
That wasn't me.
I'm like, I'm allowed to have a past. You're not.
No, not allowed.
No way.
Unfortunately, mine's all over the internet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So this is the next topic I want to get into, okay? So I feel like I'm like your not your pure person. I feel like I'm always just like, whenever you're in drama, I'm like, I want to stick up for her now, because I feel like we're quite similar.
Yeah.
Very opinionated. Like, just don't give a shit. Say it how it is.
Yeah.
When there's a big Irish TikTok scandal, I personally feel like, and you probably do, you're always getting the
It's
brunt
always my name.
of everything.
Yeah.
It could be like, okay, let's just go there. Electric picnic. It was all your fault.
Yeah, I know.
All your fault.
I know.
And at the end of the day, we're human beings. Just because we have a following, you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to learn.
Yeah.
What was the whole EP thing like for you?
Don't think I ever want to go through that again.
Yeah, that was
It is. It's tough because, like, I understand exactly where people are coming from, and, like, I know that, like, I'm aware, like, that mistakes were made, and, like, I hold myself accountable for all that. But it is tough when then I do feel like I kind of get the brunt of it, because I was kind of like the only person involved that talks a lot. Like, I'm always like, you know, sharing my opinion and stuff, and, like, I kind of probably put my foot in my mouth a little bit in that way, because I do like to talk and I do share my opinion, and I do kind of like talk about maybe like more sensitive things and stuff sometimes. So I felt like I kind of got the brunt of it, and it was really tough, and it's hard to, like, explain to people that aren't like a content creator or, like, in, like, social media at all, how it feels when so many people are coming from your character and they don't know you personally at all. And it is kind of hard, as much as, like, obviously I've been doing this for so long, it's hard to separate the negativity, because, like, I'm aware, like, I know that people love me, and I know that people around me love me, and, like, I should only care about the people that know me and what their opinion is of me. But then when, like, thousands and thousands of people are telling you you're a bad person, you are inevitably going to believe it.
100%. It's going to seep in through the positive.
It's always, like, the people that, like, it's a blank account, or it's, like, people commenting on your character when you know absolutely nothing about them. And it's like, you don't know if that person has done wrong in their life, and they probably have. Everyone has.
Yeah.
Everyone's made a mistake. So I think it's just, I like, live and learn.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time the people that come for you and anyone else, they probably don't really care.
Yeah.
They're just like, here's an influencer, let's attack, let's jump on the bandwagon. Because 80,000 people go to Electric Picnic.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, everyone was part of the problem.
Yeah.
But of course, you and a certain group of influencers get the main target. Sure, I was getting the stuff, and I was like, I literally paid.
I know.
I paid for my glamping.
I know. And there's also, like, I know Chloe was getting the brunt of it as well, and, like, she, like, had nothing to do with it. So did Billy, and, like, it wasn't even anything, like, the brand that she went with, I don't think is on any of the lists. But, like, I completely hold my hands up and be like, look, I should have done more and, like, researched more and, like, been more aware of the situation and the impact that can have on everything. But I just, you know, like, I've made a mistake, but move on from it. And
I feel like you're the spokesperson. Do you think, because you post, obviously you post fashion makeup, but then you post chatty videos, personality videos, does that mean, like, okay, shit, I'm the one that has to come out now and say this?
I kind of felt like I did.
Yeah.
And, like, I also didn't mind, because I did want to, like, come out and say stuff, but obviously I took my time to myself to be like, oh, like, I need to, like, calm down, because, you know, when you say something in anger, and then I did say stuff in anger, and I was like, why did I do that?
Yeah, because realistically, no matter what you say, it's going to be picked apart.
Yeah,
whether it's sincere or not, whether it's angry or not. And also, then there was the whole thing with the like, you made, like, the most basic video being like, oh, our generation's boring now.
I know.
Oh man, you might as well have shot someone.
No, I know.
Come on, I'm just like that. And then when you made the other video being like, okay guys, I want everyone to wear, like, let's not wear jeans. It was like, oh my God, Lauren Whelan told me not to wear jeans. I'm like, do people have a brain of their own? Like seriously, I get so pissed off for other people.
I know, but I'm like, if I jumped off a cliff, would you?
That's what I mean. Like, I understand you're an influencer.
It is my job, of course.
But you know, like, just because you just told someone not to wear jeans.
I know.
It's like Regina George when she's like, what's the thing where she cuts the things out of her top?
What did she say?
She cut little circles out of her top, and she was like, well, Regina George did it, so I have to do it now too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do it.
And like I obviously, it is kind of conflicting because I'm like, that is my job, but like, I'm not trying to like, sometimes when I say things, I say them hyperbolically and I'm joking. But like, it's hard. I can understand. It can hard to come across joking when like maybe you don't know me, because like I literally just like when I'm joking, I'm like, I hate you. Do you know?
Yeah.
I'm not like cracking like punchlines and stuff. I'm like just being like, oh, I hate you, and like whatever. Like that's like the way I would joke, and I say things really bluntly, kind of. And like it's hard for people to like maybe understand that if they don't know me personally. And like again, like maybe I should be careful with the words that I choose. And again, that's something I've been more aware of since like that happened. But like I was just joking, do you know? I'm joking. I'm being dramatic because it's funny.
Yeah. It's not that serious. Like when you said, oh, our generation's so boring, then it went into the whole like, oh, there's a cost of living crisis and you wouldn't understand that. Like it isn't, and I hate to say it, but it's not that deep. It was just like a little throwaway comment kind of thing.
Exactly.
So do you feel like now you have to be very careful with your words sometimes?
Yeah, you know, of course. And like I wouldn't say that's necessarily a bad thing.
No,
but
true.
It is also like, I want to be able to like crack a joke and not people take everything I say seriously.
Yeah.
Do you know?
And recently you posted, which I thought was very honest and open, about how you've kind of hit like nearly a rut in like you didn't know, why are people following me, what, like, because obviously you're a man hater kind of ish. Period. So am I. But I always hate it. I feel like men haters end up being the best girlfriends, because
I always say this, she barely tolerates you.
Yes.
She's not going to attach to anybody else.
Exactly. And like there's so few nice ones out there. The ones that we're going to be are going to be the best ones.
They're going to be the best.
So obviously, did you feel like at a time your account was looked at as, okay, let's wait for her to get cancelled next, let's wait for her to hate another man, and you were just a bit like, what am I doing?
Yeah, no, I feel like that is still like, I think people are just like, I kind of stopped like talking as well, and I felt like that kind of happened after my breakup as well. I felt like I couldn't really share that bit of my personality, so I did nothing for ages after the breakup initially, because I didn't want people to pick apart like one thing I said and like be like, oh, that's about this, and like when it's really not. And then I kind of came back and like got my confidence back, was chatting more. Then the clubbing thing happened, and then I was like, okay, I'm never speaking ever again.
Yeah.
And then I kind of made that video, and I was like, look, like I feel like I have a target on my back, and like that's not me to be like, oh, pick me, like feel sorry for me. I'm just like, this is genuinely like how I'm feeling, and I feel like I can't like share my whole personality because of like things that have happened in the past. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just more careful now. Yeah,
it is a tough one, because so last year I was very much like you just said, I'm going to stop sharing my opinion. I'm just going to be vlogs, content, whatever. But then this year I was like, no, I don't care. Like if I have an opinion, I'm going to say it. Not everyone's going to agree.
No.
And that's why people, I think, do like us, because we're honest, relatable, open. And even though we have a following, Lauren's much bigger than mine.
It doesn't matter.
We're normal, do you know? And
yeah, I know, yeah.
We're obviously going to make mistakes, say things like, I posted a video yesterday with Adam Fogarty that I thought was funny.
Yeah.
And that's not going down too well, because in my eyes I was taking the piss out of Adam.
Yeah.
But everyone is seeing it that I'm taking the piss out of people that live in the flats. And like in my head I was like, I probably should have thought of that. But in my head I was like, oh, it's so funny because Adam has a fucking cinema in his house and like it's just gas.
Yeah.
But like, I just think because we have a following, we're expected to know straight away what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
And like, we're just learning too.
Of course.
It's my first time living.
Exactly. And I feel like people like forget that we're quite young.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Like 25. I'm just, you're
24.
24. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So like, we're still young, and I'm like, I'm sure you've done something in your 24 and you're 25 and in your 20s in general that you regret doing.
Absolutely.
Or like maybe like you were a bit nasty to someone and you regret doing that and you're a different person now. Like you grow, like, you know, things happen, like life comes at you and you're like, oh, actually I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, like for every one negative or mistake we might make, there could be 10 positive things we do.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously we don't post about all the positive things we do. I'm sure you don't as well.
No, I feel like that's kind of like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Like say if I like posted, oh look, this is what I did for charity this time. Like I actually, it was during the charity pop-up that we did, myself and Lexi did the pop-up, and like people were like, oh, you're just doing this just for the clout, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, like, do you know what,
it's a bit of an effort for clout, like
it's a bit of effort.
Do you know what I mean? Like setting up all the pop-up.
I know, but like obviously we're gonna have to like share it to get people to come, number one.
Yeah,
like if I didn't share it, nobody would have came. But also like, even if I was, it's still a good thing.
Exactly.
Do you know, it's like when people say like, oh, this is performative activism. It's like, at least they're performing. At least they're doing something.
Yeah.
It's positive both ways initially, but like people will say that just because they don't want to believe that you are like a genuine person or you are a good person. They'll just like pick it apart.
Because after the whole EP thing, was it donated money or there was like a water thing? I thought that was brilliant. See, because obviously there's so many charities and GoFundMe's going around, and when you donate money, you don't really see where it goes.
Yeah.
But seeing those big, was it like water trucks?
Yeah, it's Ishka for Gaza. Yeah.
Coming in with your name, I was like, that's positive influence.
Yeah.
Even if people think, oh, she's only doing it now because of EP. Doesn't matter if that wasn't true, which I'm sure it was not.
Yeah.
It's still, I just thought that was brilliant.
No, it was really cool. And then like I heard about that charity, I think it was when I'd put up my second video. I was like, anybody has any suggestions? Because, you know, sometimes with charities, people are very conflicted because they're like, it's a huge organisation. Like, where's
the money going? Yes.
Like, but Ishka for Gaza is like, you see exactly where it goes because of the videos that they post and stuff. So that was really good. And then, like, I remember after as well, like, I think BLK, like, did a tank as well, sent a like, I was like, this is really cool, like more people are doing it now, so which is like
positive influence.
But then people are like, she put her name on it just for like this, that and the other, and that you actually don't have a choice. Like when you like send it, you have to put your name. You don't have a choice on whether like I don't think you do anyway, about whether it gets like posted or not.
Yeah, and they posted it, you didn't even post it.
No. Yeah. And
then people obviously saw the name, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're great.
I think you're great.
Well, let's go back to positivity. So this could be a hard question, but what would you say is your biggest achievement so far?
Probably my Linnet collab.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was class.
I think that was something I've always wanted to have my own collection with a brand. Because it's like a mad like feeling to have like a brand like trust you enough to like represent them and to like design something for them. Because like at the end of the day, like you're kind of putting their business at risk.
Yeah,
you know,
because like there could be no one that buys it.
Yeah, everyone might hate it.
But that's scary for you.
Oh my God, I was like, everyone hates it. Because obviously it's very like out there. I actually don't even have anything on. I have like a couple necklaces.
Yeah, because I wear literally no jewellery.
Really?
Zero. Sometimes I wear like a little dainty necklace, but I feel like I'm just too lazy.
Yeah, well, I don't take my necklaces off.
Right, that would help. That would definitely help.
And that was the thing with Linda as well. I was like, I wear this anyway because like I wear it in the shower. Like I'm not arse taking it on and off. Also, my nails are too long to take them on and off.
So fair.
I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think it was just it was a lot of responsibility and it kept me really busy for so long. I was like, I love this.
Yeah. And is that still ongoing? Is that just still
No,
sold?
it's sold out.
Oh, it's gone. Was that like limited time only?
Yeah, well, so a lot of the things sold out in the first couple of weeks, and then we restocked the watch ring, and then we did another watch ring.
Yeah, you did a silver one, was it? Afterwards?
Yeah, we did a silver one, and so we restocked the original one, and then we made that one in silver, and then we did a different one in silver, and I think there might be a few of the square ones left, but it's just like whatever's there is sold, and like that's it. But like,
okay,
it sold out pretty quick, and we didn't really restock anything, so I was like, I kind of want it to be like if you want it, you gotta get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then if it's too accessible, then it's not like
exactly.
There's no hype anymore. It's like with Bound. I literally feel like I'm a Bound sponsored podcast.
No,
I
know.
Because you can't get the tracksuits.
No, I know.
Want the tracksuits
because you can't get it.
Yeah, and look, Abby's just back from China. She might have been getting purple samples. Who knows? I've been saying this. I'm like, please tell me, because Uncle Pat was like, "For sure, you can just get one." Like, but obviously
you probably could get one.
You probably could, but then like if people actually end up wanting it, she'd be like, "Kasey, this is your fault.
That's your fault."
Yeah.
What shade of purple?
I think like a grape tracksuit.
Yeah.
And then like a lilac Bound apparel. So it's like a dark purple.
Monochromatic though.
I think that would be.
That's
now,
gorgeous.
not everyone loves purple, but I feel like people would.
I think it's an acquired taste. I used to be obsessed with purple.
Did you? Yeah, I feel like I never see you in purple.
No, I'm not anymore, but I feel like it doesn't look good with my hair either. And when I
think it would though, because your hair is kind of, is it like plum?
I don't know what. There is purple in my hair.
Yeah, that's what
there
I'm
is
thinking.
Like a purple toner in it, but like it's like more. I think there's still a lot of red in it. Also, it's really washed up now. Like my roots. That's why I have this hat on.
So
this
fair.
Like paddy cap on because I needed to like cover my roots. It's so bad.
Yeah. What would your dream Bound tracksuit be colour?
Oh my God. I've talked to, I think I said this to Lexi. I was like, Lauren Whelan collab.
Oh, stop. My dream date, literally.
I know, literally my dream date. But I was like, I think I'd like a charcoal colour.
Okay.
And then have like cheetah print Bound apparel.
Very
but like
cool.
grey cheetah print,
That's
not
class.
like the warmer
I thought you
colours.
were going to say like army green or khaki green or something.
I would like that too. And I would like the bottoms. I actually have the bound bottoms on. This is actually all bound. Sponsored.
Hashtag sponsored.
Actually sponsored. But like I love a tracksuit bottom when they have like jocks like built into them.
Okay, I've never seen them before in my life.
Like a boxer.
Oh, like the line at the top.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like actual jocks built in.
No. Just like
the
the
cool little
line.
strap.
Yeah. That, I think that'd be cool.
Okay. What would your well? You probably worked with fucking most brands already. But what would your dream collab be? Do you think? Like just
Oh.
like brand deal.
Oh my god. Sometimes I'm like, I can't say this because what if it never
Yeah.
happens?
No, that was me. I said it last year at White Fox, and then I got like a little gifted one. I was
Period.
like, okay.
I love White Fox.
So I love White Fox.
I think Vestiaire maybe. That'd be
Oh yeah,
cool.
is that the like secondhand?
It's secondhand designer. I buy
Okay.
like all my stuff off them.
Yeah.
And I just have such a passion for secondhand designer.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't buy like, because I'm like, it's also so good to shop secondhand. I love shopping secondhand. It's actually my favorite thing to do. Just scrolling and finding all these weird clothes and whatever.
Weird
and
clothes.
No, I love clothes that are like low key ugly.
But you pull that off. If I wore the shit you wear, oh my god!
No,
I'd
but
look
you
homeless.
could. It's in your
mindset.
mind. It's in your
What
mind.
about the camel toe shoes?
You don't like my camel toe? That's so rude.
Look, I used to wear
No,
back
I
in the
know.
day. I used to wear Hirachis. They were considered ugly.
I had Hirachis.
I wore the big chunky Balenciagas, fake ones, of course.
I have them in my attic. I
they
need
were
to sell
considered
them.
ugly, but
Yeah.
the camel toe shoes, they are questionable.
They are questionable,
But
but I love it.
They suit your vibe.
Yeah.
I see.
They suit your ugly vibe.
Yeah,
so.
they suit your ugly hideous fashion sense. No, I'm joking. Now, another question, which is going to be impossible to answer again. Favorite brand trip or like PR trip you've been on?
Oh my god.
You go on the most insane brand trips. My dream date.
I feel like I haven't in a while. I think New York. That was just like
Who was that with?
Sarah V.
Deadly.
And we went to. They had like. It was like a high school kind of thing, but we stayed in Soho, New York. New York Fashion Week was on while we were there as well.
Crazy.
So like we were staying in Soho House, the hotel in New York, which is like mad exclusive. Like it was insane. The maddest experience of my life. We got a helicopter transfer from the airport to like New York City.
Mental.
It was the craziest time of my life.
Is
I
it-
met like Charlie D'Amelio.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's the most like famous person you've met? Do you think?
Well, I've met Paul Mescal, but that wasn't through work.
Okay.
I met him in a club.
I think I heard you talk about that before.
Yeah. Best experience of my life.
Mine's Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah.
No, it's actually my lock screen on my phone.
Yeah. It's
Never
not
gets
even
old.
Uncle Pat.
No, it's second Lewis Capaldi. Every
Your
time my
second
sister sees
favourite.
it, she's like, "Who's that?" And
Yeah.
she's like 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you ever? Is it like hard to believe sometimes? You're like, "This is actually my life."
Yeah,
It's
I'm like,
crazy.
This is like, why do you want me to come? Do you know?
It's actually mad because like I think that about me, but then I see the shit you're doing. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but like this is. I always say this to everyone. Do you know? Like they're like, oh, I wish like I could do it. You can.
you can. That's
If
what
I can
say.
do it, you
Yeah.
can do it. I don't do anything. I just make a show of myself over and over
And
and,
get
over
cancelled
again,
every week.
and over and over. And I said my goal for 2026 is not to get cancelled.
Okay, brilliant. But
Yeah.
I think you're uncancelable at this point.
Well, to even like have
To
it
get
start.
No conversation about it. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like also I don't know. I just think like I hope that cancel culture. I think maybe this is like a controversial thing to say, but I think it's just with Irish people. They're very quick to like shit on someone that is doing well.
100%.
And even Bono has said it himself. Like he had this whole article. I actually read it. I had to read it from one of my college assignments one time. But it was like he had a quote, and it was like Irish people or American people will look at that man at the top of the hill and be like, fair play, I want to do that someday. But Irish people will look at that man at the top of the hill and be like, they have notions.
So true. And I think it's because content creation, social media, this whole industry is so new to people.
Yeah.
And it's new to us. Like we're still
Yeah,
learning
I
as we
don't know what I'm
go.
doing.
So it's like if you're not doing a typical standard job, it's
Yeah.
like notions.
Yeah, I
Do you
know,
know what I
but
mean?
like even that's like that's what I was saying about like people being radio presenters and even just presenters in general. People think that that's not a real job,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, all you do is talk," and this like that's hard.
Yeah. Because before this time last year, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to like speak out. But now I'm like, it's a job. It takes skill
Yeah.
to whip out a phone right now and talk. Even to do this right now.
Yeah,
It's
tough.
it's confidence being out there. It's being able to speak.
Even to be able to do that by yourself.
Yeah.
God, like when I had the podcast, like obviously I was with Miriam, and I was like, thank God, because I could not talk to myself for an hour straight.
I still only in the last like 3 weeks I've got confident with this podcast.
Yeah.
Because I kept getting guests on to kind of hide the fact I was
Yeah.
on my own. And then Paul the odd time gets a mic. But now I finally feel like, okay, I can just talk. I used to
Yeah.
when I first started, he'll tell you, every sentence I'd like stop and I wouldn't know where to look. I'd be like,
where am I going?
Yeah,
there?
I'd be like notes, but now I'm just like, it's grand.
Yeah, because you get used to it.
Yeah, and like you're only going to listen to this if you like me, I would imagine.
Yeah, I hope so.
However, I did hear someone was transcribing my podcast onto Tattle. Like,
what?
Please, like the whole thing. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like they were.
How do they do that?
I don't know. They probably put it into like something, and like they
do you
were
know what?
dissecting
Actually, do you know what they definitely do? Because I did this in college. I would do this like, you can turn on a microphone on Microsoft Word and play something in front of it, and it'll write down every single word. I used to do that with my lectures sometimes,
probably
instead of taking notes.
And I just think, because I feel like I'm obviously very open on TikTok, but I'm even more open on this, because I feel like you're not going to go on Spotify and press play on this if you don't like me.
Yeah, if it's an hour long, like.
But they do.
I know.
So Lauren, finally, what advice would you give someone that wanted to do this career, like the positives and the negatives? Because obviously we've talked about both.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Oh God, I feel like I'm not a good person to ask.
You are.
No, but like I feel like I've gone about it the wrong way, or not that I've gone about it the wrong way, but like I think the main piece of advice is always like, when you start getting any type of hate, you know you're doing something right, unfortunately.
Yes.
That's like, like a lot of people are like, I'm afraid to do this because of the backlash and this, that and the other, but I think you need to like flip your mindset, and it's like, it's different. There's a complete difference between holding someone accountable for their actions and someone who's just like hateful and like just doesn't like you, and like say, like if you have someone hating on every single one of your videos, that's just nasty, and it has actually nothing to do with like holding you accountable for anything. They just don't like you.
Yeah.
But also, you need to think, if you're posting all these videos and they're doing well, they're getting some traction, and suddenly you get a hate account, and you see that hate account pop up just quite frequently, that person's your biggest fan.
Absolutely.
You don't see someone that isn't obsessed with you commenting on every single one of your videos. It's only if they're obsessed, they're going to comment on every single one of your videos. Whether it's a hateful obsession or a positive obsession, it's still obsession. Yeah. That means you're doing something right.
There you have it, people.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I'm just delusional. I think I'm just delusional.
No, it's true.
I'm like, it's like, you know, when like your ex blocks you and you're like, oh, you're obsessed with me.
No, literally. I'm usually so against blocking, because I'm like, it makes them think that I cared that much.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, no, I actually just don't want to see
No,
her.
I don't block anyone. Like, I don't block any of my haters or anything.
Do you not?
Yeah, no.
I if they're like, it depends. Depends on
I think
the
I have a
kind
few
of
blocks,
comments.
but not really. Yeah.
If it's like a repeat offender, I'll like let them build up for a while, and then I'll make a video and out them.
Yeah.
My favorite hobby.
You're lucky, not lucky though, but like all of mine are blank accounts. They've nothing on it.
90% of mine are
yeah.
blank. Yeah. So,
but I'm like, you've balls put in your face for that as well. Do you know what? I'm also like, if you're going to leave a hate comment, at least make it funny.
Yeah, because then I can get behind it.
Yeah, I'm like fair.
Someone called me KFC, like Campion, KF Campion. And I was like, that's actually kind of funny. I was like, I can actually go with that.
Oh my God.
But
somebody commented on my TikTok in one of my videos I posted with my boyfriend. It was just like me in the lift.
Oh, I've seen.
Yeah, and they were like, surprised you were in a relationship with a man. I was like, same.
Oh my God.
I was like, same, babe.
God, I just can't. The internet is crazy. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
She's going to stick around. Well, I haven't told you this, but we're going to do some dilemmas
now
in a minute.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, and I feel like you're going to love this one, because they're like about like relationships.
I'll be like, break up with him.
Yeah, you'll be like, cancelled. But yeah, guys, we'll be back after the break.
Yay.
Welcome back to On the Kase, guys. We're going into our best case scenario segment right now.
Ooh.
So we give the listeners our best case scenario for their problem.
This is good. Wordplay.
So I read this one earlier and my jaw actually dropped, right? So, and by the way, I told her already, but I put it in ChatGPT to make it shorter. I'm sorry. I live my life through ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Kasey. Major dilemma, and I'd love to hear it on the pod. I'm in my third year of college, and I've been friends with this fella since first year. He had a girlfriend of 5 or 6 years. We all knew her really well. She was lovely. They seemed practically married. Over the midterm, they broke up, and it shocked everyone. About 3 weeks later, I noticed a shift in his behaviour towards me, little comments and actions that set alarm bells ringing for me and my friends. My friends noticed it too. We think he was chancing his arm with me. When I didn't reciprocate this, he got dry and upset and went looking for pity and advice from everyone around him. Everyone told him there was nothing there and to stop chancing his arm with me, but he didn't listen. Anytime I clearly said no, he'd twist it to make it seem like I was interested. Fast forward to college Christmas Day, he drank too much and everything exploded. He was hysterical, crying in my friend's bed, grabbed my leg while crying in my face and confessed everything to me in front of 30 other people that were in the house. Earlier that day, he was saying things like, should I try her tonight? Do you think she'd get with me out of pity? It ruined everyone's day. I can't look at him the same way. Now he's back with the ex-girlfriend and I don't think she knows. So my dilemma is, do I tell her? She's genuinely really nice and I feel like she deserves to know the truth. Like...
Sorry, halfway through that, you know, when he was like screaming, crying, throwing up, I'd be like, that's my dream date. I want a man to cry over me like that.
Screaming, crying, throwing up in a middle aisle. Like, what?
I think you should tell her.
How's she not heard already with 30 other people in the house?
That's true. Do you know what? It's actually, I definitely do think that she should be the one to tell her.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, and like it's probably happening right now, like everyone else is like whispering it to each other. But because it didn't happen to them, they're not going to go and tell her.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not as close or something, or like don't know her as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. And like, you never know, like I've had to do it so many times. Like even literally last week I had to screenshot a DM her fella sent me and sent it to the girlfriend.
It's shocking. And you always feel like you're the issue.
I felt so bad. Like I felt horrible. But like there might be a chance that she might throw it back in your face and be like, oh, go away. Like that was like, my boyfriend would never do that. But like,
that's her issue then.
Yeah, she has to live with that then. And like, you know, she knows that information, she can do what she wants with it. But I do think it's good to tell her. Yeah,
I think it's kind of an awkward one because obviously you didn't officially get together. But if you had reciprocated, you probably would have.
But also, I even think the manipulative like aspect of it, of him being like, oh, she'll get with me because she feels bad for me. That's manipulation.
Just like weird behavior.
That is manipulation. Like, and you don't want to be in a relationship with someone like that.
No, the scream crying on the bed.
No, screaming, crying, throwing up on the bed at a house party. Are you well?
Yeah, no, I think you said the girl's lovely, so I think you should just go to her and make, look, this is awkward. I know you're back together, but I personally couldn't move on knowing this information, so I'm going to tell it to you.
Yeah.
And you do with it what you want, and I won't judge you, but your fella was crying in my face. I'm sorry.
Your fella was actually crying so much because he wanted to get with me so bad.
Your fella does Vlogmas, that's what Paul does. Okay, next one. Absolutely love your content, thank you. And it inspired me to start posting on TikTok, even though I only have about 2,000 followers. But my boyfriend...
We all start somewhere.
Exactly. And people with 2,000 followers would be at events.
That's a lot.
They get PR, girl.
Period.
My boyfriend isn't supportive at all. He always makes little comments and calls people on TikTok cringe and makes digs about his friends and family seeing my videos. I'm not sure if I'd ever want this to be my full-time career or just a little side hobby, but is this a red flag from him? Should I be worried?
Yeah, break up with him.
Yeah, like that's no.
Nah.
My ex-boyfriend, the rodent, was like this. So I never posted on TikTok, as I said, because it was COVID and I was in college and I was working in Duns. And the odd time I'd post one, just like the way a normal person would. Yeah. And he'd be like, oh, like, I just don't think that's the route to go down. Like, I just think TikTok's going to be old news. You need something different. But it was basically him trying to put me off posting.
Yeah, but like, you're having fun. You're like, post your silly TikTok.
Yeah.
I always say this. I'm like, maybe you might be afraid. Maybe you really want it to be your job, right? But maybe you don't and you're just posting and like seeing what happens. That's the best case scenario.
Yep.
And like, even if it's not your full-time job, you might get a little bit of PR here and there.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want free stuff?
Exactly.
Your dream date. And like, you might still have a full-time job. Yeah, my dream date.
My vocals, Tim. My dream date.
My dream date.
And this is just one instance. I feel like this is a red flag. I'm not just saying because he doesn't want you posting videos, but this could lead into other issues.
Yeah. He's basically like putting you down because you have a hobby.
Yeah. And I think he should be supporting no matter what you do. If you decided tomorrow you wanted to, I don't know, be one of them people that goes out collecting scrap metal.
Yeah. Why not?
Where did I pull that from?
I don't know.
People that go out on the beach with a metal detector. Let's be supportive.
Yeah. Why not?
Because I just think like your boyfriend should be your biggest fan, whatever.
Exactly.
And like, obviously, I'm sure we know doing our job. And like, I'd say it's not easy for them.
No.
Because we're so out there. We have so many people. And like on nights out, you could have lads coming up to us and wanting pictures, which obviously mightn't be nice for them.
No,
but like,
oh my God, my boyfriend gets so thick.
Yeah, mine
but he's not like thick at
it.
me. He's just like, stop looking at her.
Do you know what he hates? Uncle Pat hates the fact that the boys, they don't acknowledge him. They won't say, oh, hey, how are you? Like,
that's exactly
we'll
what.
love a picture with Kasey. It's always just like, oh, here's your one off TikTok.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like, it's rude.
I know. It was actually, this is so funny. We're going off track, but
Sure.
who cares?
Look, it's my podcast. Sorry, Paul.
The time my boyfriend asked me to be his girlfriend, he like brought me down to Cork and did it and whatever. And we were going out. So it was like the second night and like he was my boyfriend at this point because he asked me and I did say yes. I did say, he begged and he
off
cried.
the market,
no, I'm joking.
whatever.
I'm joking. But there was like a few instances where fellas would just like come up and be like, can I get a picture of you? And then just be like shoving the phone
arm
in his
around
face.
Yeah.
But then this one fella was like, he was talking to me first, obviously, but then he was like, do you mind if I get a picture with your girlfriend? I was like, that's so nice.
See, I love that. And the odd
love
time you
that.
do get that. And it's like, oh, like I'm not one of these weirdos. Like I actually just like watch your videos. I'm like, you know what? Sound.
Yeah. Or even like there was a few times, there was actually this young fella at a lecture picnic last year and he was like, do you mind if I put my arm around you? I was like, absolutely, babe.
I love that.
Of course.
And then some of them will come up and say, oh, can you get a video for my girlfriend or my sister or my mom? And I'm like, you know what? You were raised properly.
Yeah.
But then there's animals that'll come over, spitting drinks on you in coppers, throwing the arm around you.
Crazy.
And I'm like, you don't even follow me. I remember at Forbidden Fruit last year, I was queuing up for the Portaloos and this girl, and I was shocked to get this from a girl. She came over and she's like,
it's worse when it's a girl, I
my
think.
friends love you. Would you get a picture? And there were two lads like shoved me into them. And I knew, I was like, they don't follow me. They don't know me. And usually I just do it and stuff. I was like, do you have any idea who I am? Do you follow me?
Yeah.
They're like, what? So like that girl was kind of trying to make a show of me, nearly to make a show of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no. But moral of the story is, guys, your boyfriend should support you.
Yeah, you just break up with your boyfriend, I think.
Yeah, break up with your boyfriend. Get a new boyfriend.
I never understand that. Just be supportive. Who cares?
I think because mine is so supportive, and I'm sure yours is, it's probably hard to imagine. Like, you know, when girls
Well,
like,
no,
oh.
I've been in a relationship where they haven't been.
Yeah, also same.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's when I hear stuff like this, I'm like, why are people with these trash men?
And like, I hate that excuse of like, oh, my parents are going to see this. My like boyfriend's mom watches all my videos.
Like, it's not like you're posting fucking like naked strip
No,
teases.
like, yeah, whatever.
I mean,
come
like,
with me.
Yeah.
to-
And like Uncle Pat's family love my stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And like his neighbours and like his brothers would be going to school being like, oh, Kasey's TikTok,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So like, no, it's just giving childish boy behavior.
Just break up with him.
Break
That's
up with
my
him.
answer to everything, though. Everyone's like, "Oh, my boyfriend like fell." I'm like, break up.
Yeah,
with
the
him.
minute they do anything, I think gone.
Yeah,
If
gone.
it's like with any like in it, like obviously like you have a little small fight, that's normal.
Yeah, that's
because I'm psychotic and I like to just like pick on random things.
yeah.
Like the other day, I have a really bad phobia of noodles. Like,
noodles.
Terrified. Everything about them. I can't talk about them, look at them, smell them, whatever. And
Have you never had
no.
like a Coke noodle?
I hate it. It really scares me. But I went to the Her Sport Awards and Uncle Pat stayed in the hotel and he was like, look, before we go back to the room, I just need to tell you something. Like, I did eat noodles in the room and I was like, you're joking. I was fuming. I was like, you know. He was like, I knew you were going to find the remnants, so I had to tell you. I was like, you shouldn't have told me. So that's the kind of fights that I have.
Yeah,
with my
well,
boyfriend.
that's okay. I think that's fine.
But nothing toxic. But guys, thank you so much for sending in your dilemmas. Thank you for helping out, Lauren.
Thank you.
And you can send them in to onthekasepod@gmail.com. You can put them Instagram, TikTok, whatever's easiest. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys.
That's it, y'all.
I'm going to Amsterdam tomorrow. I would say give your social handles, Lauren, but everyone knows you. You can give them anyway. It's Lauren Whelan.
My name's Lauren Whelan. I know. It's Lauren Whelan. No, wait, what is it on TikTok?
Your TikTok girlfriend?
Lauren Whelan. No, that's my like thing.
Your
It's
at?
like- yeah.
Okay.
It's just your TikTok girlfriend and then Lauren Whelan with like a million N's on
Okay.
Instagram.
You'll find her.
My YouTube. Watch my YouTube actually.
Oh yeah, you're vlogging and all
Yeah,
that.
I'm like,
crack.
please watch my YouTube. Do you know, like
Me
posting?
too. Well, like,
Posting on YouTube feels like shouting into abyss and nobody's there.
This podcast. Is that right, Paul? Right, guys. Love you all. See you next week. Bye. On the Kase is an Onic original podcast hosted by me, Kasey Campion. Audio and visual design by Stephen King O'Farrell and Connor Daly. Developed and produced by series producer Paul McGregor. Executive producers Sasha Hamrogue. New episodes of On the Kase come out every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, and you can watch full episodes on YouTube. Thanks for listening. This is an Onic original podcast.